So critics are blasting Washington's spending as our nation's debt continues to tick higher and higher. But under President Trump, our defense budget is seeing a historic boost. The Pentagon spending power now is as large as $738 billion. That's up from a record $717 billion in fiscal year 2019. Plus, our military members are seeing a 3.1% pay increase. That is the largest raise they have seen in more than 10 years. Joining me now, retired U.S. Marine Corps Gunny Sergeant and co-chair of Veterans for Trump, Jessie Jane Duff. Gunny, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Charles.
You know, a lot of Republicans grapple with this last spending bill, even the one before this. Obviously with our debt at $23 trillion and counting. The difference, of course, was, I guess, the troops, the military, the dilapidated equipment that they were using in the esprit de corps. Has it been worth it?
Absolutely. The military lost between 2011 and 2014 $100 billion due to sequestration. And keep in mind, this wasn't sequestration that was designating waste. It was across the board cuts. The Marines and the Army were rated as weak in readiness. They were incapable of fighting wars on two fronts. We had a very hardened fighting force, absolutely very strong, but our bench was depleted. We were basically hawking parts to get our aircraft to be able to fly. The United States Navy was at its lowest level of capability in 99 years. The Army's brigades that would normally go out to fight, 58 of them, only 3 were capable of being combat ready, and the remaining third would have taken 30 days to ramp up. Essentially, the troops were at an all-time strain. And when you talk about a military pay raise of 3.2%, that is the highest they've had in almost a decade. So when you've depleted the military at the cost of the rest of the United States' security,
right,
I think President Trump has done a great thing to ensure that the military has a boost and is capable of defending this nation and handling China, Russia, and North Korea if needed.
Let's talk about good news, bad news. Good news, homelessness among vets now down to just 37,000, a decrease of 2% in the last year. In fact, it's down 50% since 2010. But for all of us, 37,000 is still too much. What's being done there?
Well, the VA has received a budget of $86.5 billion. And within that, we also have mental health capability. $8.6 billion was allocated for mental health. Many of the homeless problems are associated with issues that relate to mental health issues. And when you start having walk-in capability at our VA hospitals for those veterans who are seeking help, these are no-brainers that should have happened over a decade ago when we saw veteran suicide skyrocket.
Right.
We also are seeing veteran unemployment. It dropped 37%, is at its lowest level ever at 3%. It's going to be a never-ending challenge for this country to pay attention to these real-world issues, but the VA and the military those are the heroes that have sustained our freedom, and we must never forget them. We can't go back to what we had done in the past. We have to move forward, and this president has taken it very seriously to ensure that the military is capable and the veterans are taken care of.
You know what? That's why we do these segments, because we can never forget why we enjoyed the amazing Christmas and holiday season we're enjoying. And thank you for your service, Jessie Jane. We'll see you again real soon.
Thank you, Charles.
Thanks
Merry Christmas.